Hey everyone, welcome back to another devlog. Today I'll be covering the new features I added into the game. Starting off with like the boost pads, the map voting system, a new racetrack, and a floating ball on a cloud who picks you up if you fall down.
Want a break from the ads? Want a break from the ads?
Let's get into it. First up, we have the speed boosts. Hit one and they'll launch you forward. I think they're simple and effective for speeding up like the slower sections of the game to make things feel faster. These were kind of simple to implement. I just have to increase like the player's velocity to launch them forward. The second part I added was the completely original voting system. Instead of the game only allowing the host to decide or just randomly picking, I wanted the user to have like a degree of control over the games they play. So each player gets to vote to increase the chances of a track getting chosen. There'll be 4 options, 3 predefined and 1 random one. Then the players' votes are selected at random and that's chosen as the next map. I kind of had some issues setting this up because I was being stupid, like misspelling names or forgetting to add it to like the level streaming volume. So it would transport you to the void instead of the map. Next, I set up a map using assets I got from the Unreal Marketplace. The new map is set in a warehouse, so I named it appropriately Storage Speedway. Levels are kind of a pain in the ass to set up, because you gotta add like designs that work and make sense in the level. I thought making like the marble small in proportion to everything would just be like a cool style for the game. Like everything is big and you're like to scale a tiny marble ball. I think it turned out pretty nice. One of the things I did to set up the designs for the level was to leverage the Unreal Engine physics system to put the like wooden planks in a position where I like them and then pressed K to keep them in place after that. That way it would create like realistic angles that seemed like natural. Let's talk about visuals for a second. I've been thinking about changing the game's aesthetic between one of 2 styles, an unlit minimalistic look or a more textured and detailed option. The unlit version runs better because the game no longer has to worry about rendering like shadows and lighting, but it has the downside of making skins look worse. But the detailed version is more of a pain to set up and it would run worse on machines but has the upside of looking more polished. Let me know if you have a preference in terms of style. Finally, I added the cloud bull guy. It's totally original. Any similarities to a certain turtle guy with a fishing rod are purely coincidental. He just used the cloud because it's logically the easiest way to get around. He basically just picks up any players that travel out of bounds and then drags them back into the map. That way you can keep racing.
Subscribe.
That's about all for this update. Next time I'll be working on power-ups, or like a speed boost to make you go faster, or glue traps to slow opponents down when you're ahead to make things more entertaining. I also want items to balance the game, so for example last place gets better items than first place to help them catch up and make the race feel more competitive. Also, I want to try and recreate that kind of BS feeling you can get in Mario Kart, where you're first place, where you keep getting hit over and over again until the game forces you to lose, because I think it's funny. Oh, and I thought the idea for the next non-devlog video, I'm not trying to ruin the surprise, but here's a little hint.